Hello. It's time to go after your dreams, Earth signs. This is Aviva Tamar, and this is a tarot card reading. So, today, I want to do a reading for my earth signs, just a general message. I was trying to do individual messages for each sign, but that just keeps going awry. So we're going to just do general messages for the elements, and then we'll see where it takes us. We'll see what happens, okay? So today, for my earth signs, I'm going to use my fairy deck, get a general message from that, and then I'm going to pull out an oracle deck and get a message from that for you, and then we'll be done. We'll try to keep this under 30 minutes, shall we? Let's try. Let's do what we can. But before I even get started, before I say anything to you about this message, I must give you my spiel. So, please remember that I am just an interpreter of symbolism. I do not know your individual circumstances because I am not all-knowing. So, please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Don't try to make square pegs fit into round holes. And remember that if it vibes, it vibes. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's no big deal. This reading probably just isn't for you. And you can find other readers. And I'll even link a couple down below because I love lifting up other readers, even though I don't really have much of a platform yet. But, I'm making good habits now. Okay, so let's get into this reading because I'm going to ramble forever. All right. My earth signs. What do my earth signs? Whoa, need to know in August. That was dramatic. First message for you, my earth signs. Princess of Spring. Okay, look at her. She's swinging. She's carefree, optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, and energetic. It's time to go after your dreams, earth signs. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. That's very cool. So your first message for August, my earth signs, is that you need to be willing to let yourself be out there. Be optimistic about your future. Be enthusiastic about your future. And do things that expand your possible, options for your future. I don't know why I couldn't words there. Queen of Spring is your next thing. Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Look at that. See that? Look at her. She's powerful. She's so powerful. Look at her. So you got the Princess and the Queen of Spring, my earth signs. So that means that I think we're going to have a renewal in August for y'all. That's exciting, okay? So my fairy friends, what else do my earth signs need to know about their internal landscape? Wow. Man, they can be dramatic sometimes. The 10 of Winter. Okay, the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. Like I said, there's a renewal, there's a shift, there's the ending of winter and the beginning of spring. This is very, very exciting. Guys, August is looking really good for you so far, my earth signs. What else do they need to know about their internal landscape in the month of August? We have the Queen of Summer now. Loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. And that actually harkens back to that codependency. If you are coming out of a time of codependency, my friends, the earth signs, as someone who has also been through that whole codependent thing, man, it is a difficult process to come out of. So good on you, good for you, trying to change the way you do things. So as you're coming out of this codependency, it's really hard to shed that desire to serve others and help others. But there are other ways to channel that energy, because those of us who tend to be codependent, it comes from a place of wanting to lift others up, of wanting to help others, of wanting to be there for other people and be a good person. So rather than allowing yourself to be consumed by fear that people are going to see you as someone who is not good or helpful, what I want you to do is operate from a place of love. How can you express love for people in your own way? What are multiple ways that you can express love for those around you, those you care about, those who are there for you? You know what I mean? So yes, good. There's growth happening here. There's renewal happening here. Trust your intuitive senses. in the month of August, my earth signs. I think that intuitively you will be growing in August. Also, we have the Six of Summer, children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. Okay, so this is, again, going back to that codependence thing, right? You may be getting new insights on past events, viewing events differently than you did in the past. You may be finally gaining clarity in August about how things actually went in your childhood. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is learning. This is growth. This is awesome. Hold on one second. Ugh. You also got the Eight of Autumn. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, and long-term projects. And this makes me think of this Princess of Spring card that you got, the first card. Okay, it's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Perhaps the thing that expands your horizons is learning more about a subject that you're interested in. Okay, perhaps you're going back to school in August. Perhaps you started taking a class or a training, or perhaps even that maybe you're just reading a book about a subject that you're interested in. Whatever it is, there's something that sparks your creativity in August. So be open to exposing yourself to a lot of different things. And I just did a weekly reading on my Instagram page. Go check my Instagram page out, actually, if you want daily and weekly readings. But what I'm seeing here and what I saw in my weekly reading was that there is something that we need to get in touch with within our own culture. We need to learn more about the spirituality within our ancestral culture. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that makes 100% sense, but it's what I'm getting. Okay, what I'm getting lately is that we need to learn more about our own ancestors, our own culture, and the spirituality that is within our roots, and explore that in a new way or with a refreshed perspective. Okay, so that's a big message that I've been getting just in general for everybody lately. So August, I'm feeling like there's a lot of growth, a lot of potential for growth. I feel like you're going to be viewing things differently, things from your past differently in August. Anything else they need to know about August, my fairy friends? Okay. Last one is the moon. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. Again, oh my gosh, guys, August, just be aware that you may be gaining information that gives you insight on the past, past behaviors of your own, past behaviors of other people. Something you're going to figure something out in the month of August through learning, through your education, either through taking a class or reading a book or whatever it is. You're gaining information which gives you new insight into experiences you may have had as a child. And this is any kind of experience, honestly. It's going to resonate different for everybody. But whatever it is, it's going to give you some insight which causes you to grow exponentially in August. So this is very exciting. There's a lot of growth potential. There's a lot of renewal in August for you, my Earth sign friends. It's going to start with learning. It's going to start with educating yourself about something that is interesting to you. Okay, so start there and be open to expanding from that place. All right, so that's your first general message from the fairies, my friends, my Earth sign friends. Now we're going to pull out an oracle deck. I will pull out my... Which deck do I want to use? Which deck wants to talk to my Earth sign friends? Let's do the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. It's a mouthful every time, but it's worth it every time because it's the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle, because it's amazing. Okay, I love this deck. Don't ask me why. I just do. I like colors, I think. I think I like color. I think I like color. I have a lot going on. All right. So Earth signs. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk about this. First, you have the divine masculine, and that's card number 22. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Now, please remember that masculine does not necessarily mean male. I do not like the term masculine and feminine. It's far too binary. But is what I got right now. I think yin and yang are a much better way to express these energies. But I digress. In general, masculine, quote unquote, masculine energy is just energy that is expressive, and it moves outward and upward. You know, this is energy that motivates and forces action. This is energy that, though it is action oriented, this is energy that does not just forego emotion. All right. In fact, masculine is very emotionally driven. It's just a different form of emotion, if that makes sense. But let me just read this again so I can reorient myself. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, as I was saying, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Okay, kindness and wisdom. A true divine masculine energy is not the kind of person who's going to shove aside other people and stomp on other people to lift themselves up. Okay, the divine masculine understands that one cannot lift themselves up without lifting up their community. Okay, so that's something the divine masculine understands. Another thing about the divine masculine energy is that it really is not afraid to express itself. It's not afraid to just, here I am. That's the masculine. That's that side of the energy. The more, again, I don't like the term masculine and feminine. The more feminine energy does tend to be more muted and fixed, if that makes sense. More like it's receptive. You know, the feminine energy receives information and the masculine energy puts information out there. So right now, my earth sign friends, you are being asked to put yourselves and your energy out there. That was indicated by your fairy cards as well. So I'm just saying, don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I think that in the month of August, my earth sign friends, you are going to be showing yourself more completely and more freely, okay, with more self-love than you did in the past. We also have emergence. Guys, emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Okay, so next, okay, one, you are being willing to show up and be yourself and express yourself however that shows up, you know, whoever you are, whatever it is. Feel like I'm just rambling and making no sense, but express yourself. Allow yourself to show up as who you are. And this is a message that I've been getting a lot lately too, is tap into the inner child, okay? We are unparenting ourselves in the month of August, okay? That means not reparenting. We're not going back and being like, what would a proper parent do to parent me? No, we're going back and saying, what would I have done if I was a kid and nobody told me not to do the things I wanted to do? If nobody told me I couldn't be a fairy princess, what would I have done? Honestly, August is the month to tap into the child you once were before you were parented and express who that person is. Okay? That is your goal in the month of August. You are unparenting yourself. You are removing the things that your parents put there to kind of corral the child you were into being the adult you are, if that makes sense. Okay. I want you to get back in touch with that child that you once were before you were parented out of it. And then the last thing you have is tantric journey. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Okay. Now, sensual could be like, sexual, but it could also be just in your senses, right? Your taste, your touch, your sight, your smell, those things, your senses. Okay. This is your ability to tap into your own inner wisdom. And you're going to access this through accessing these two things. Okay. Your ability to express yourself truly for who you are, and your ability to tap into the child you are, who is the person you are at your core. Because when you're a child, you're just expressing who you are at your core, because you have not yet had the ability to be influenced by other people. It's over time, when other people influence you, is how you change who you are and how you show up in the world. But what you are being asked to do in the month of August, my friends, is to unlock your own ability to tap into who you are at your core and to express that truly. And the first step is going to be unparenting yourself. And then you're going to have to express what you have discovered about yourself truly and with love. And then what you need to do is, I think, share that wisdom with other people. Like, share your wisdom of how you tapped into your own childhood self and how you're expressing that. Just doing that on its own, just tapping into your childhood self and expressing who you are at your core in August, I think will inspire others to follow in your footsteps. I think that this Tantric Journey card is showing you how you tapping into your wisdom will help you also help other people tap into their inner wisdom and all of that. Okay. And again, I'm really feeling very much like it's the core of this is in your childhood self, and you really need to re-examine who you were as a child, the events that you experienced as a child and how they affected you, and things like that. And a lot of the time this can go a lot more smoothly when you have a therapist to talk to or somebody to talk to who can help you work through those memories. So I will link resources down below for therapy, and online therapists and stuff like that, so that maybe you can have them help you through this process. I am currently learning hypnotherapy so that I can help people through this process in kind of a different way. So hopefully I will be getting videos out like that where I do hypnosis sessions to kind of tap into that inner child. So that is on the agenda. That's that part of your reading. And then the last thing I'm going to do for you, my earth signs, is pull out my quotes deck, get a few quotes for you. And then I'll pull out my Wild Offering Oracle and get you one last message, and then you'll be done. Okay? So far, I hope that this has been very helpful for you. If it has not, please let me know. If it has been, let me know. All right. Earth signs, what do they need to know? What encouragement do they need? What do they need to hear? What do my earth signs need to hear? Okay. We have a quote from The Story of Ferdinand. He liked to sit just quietly and smell the flowers. So perhaps we need to take some time, earth signs, to just get back in touch with the earth. That might be part of unparenting yourself, is kind of isolating and getting yourself back in touch with nature. And then the next thing is from Ratatouille. The only thing predictable about life is its unpredictability. And one more from the bottom of the deck. Rule number 95, kid, concentrate. Rule number 96, aim. And that's from Phil from Hercules. So concentrate, make sure you have focus. Okay. Don't just willy-nilly go all over the place trying to find answers. Okay. Pick one thing to focus on, whether that be focusing on getting in tune with your inner child, or whether that be you focusing on gaining information about religion or culture or some subject. I want you to pick one thing to focus on in August. Don't try to do a million things, okay? So focus on one thing. Remember that you need to be adaptable, and take time for yourself to kind of recenter and come back to nature. And I think that will help you through this process in the month of August, where you're kind of redefining how you express yourself and who you really are at your core. Okay. And last, got the Wild Offerings Oracle deck. And let's get one last message for my earth signs. One last message, a prayer. You might want to write this one down, by the way. These are going to be, they're a little long, but it's a nice little prayer that can help you get through things, something to say to yourself right in the month of August. And so yeah, grab a pen or a piece of paper or something. You pause me. Okay. Positivity. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. Okay, so this brings me back to, you're going to need to be adaptable. Okay, you're going to need to be adaptable. But it also brings me back to those fairy cards. Positivity, man. That was on the first card that came out. You got to be optimistic and positive in the month of August, even if you may face challenges. As long as you stay optimistic, as long as you keep yourself in that space of gratefulness, then I think that at the end of August, you will find that you come out of it feeling far more renewed, far more refreshed, and feeling far more powerful in your own expression of self. Okay, so that is your message for the month of August, my earth sign friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you found it entertaining. And I think that's all the things I have to say. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.